Welcome again, viewers. For this session now, we want to do rounding off of decimals. That is rounding off decimals. It is what is following after conversion. So rounding off decimals, it is always done immediately. Immediately to the digits on the right. Immediately. Let me say rounding off is done immediately on the digit to the right side of the decimal point. And we must understand what is happening during this rounding off. When we have a digit, we are saying to the right side. When we have a figure like 0.124, then we've said round off to 2 decimal places. The decimal point is here, so we will count 2. Here's the first one, then the second one. So for us to round off to 2 decimal places, we will start immediately after the digit on the second decimal place. So when we are at the second digit, the immediate digit after that is what we are going to determine our rounding off now. We must remember 2 things. That when the digit on the right of the required decimal places is between 0 to 4, between 0 to 4, then from that digit onwards, from the digit moving forward, will be 0. And the value of the digit to the left and the value of the digit on the left doesn't change. Like in this case, we know that after the second decimal point, the value is 4. If there were many values, let me say x, z, on that point, yeah, then it is between 0 and 4. So the immediate value after the second decimal point is 4. From here, we will have zeros going forward, but this one remains 2. It doesn't change. We will see that when the value is between 0, not 0 now, but 5 and 9, between 5 and 9, after 4, now we go to 5, between 5 and 9, the values to the right of the decimal point will still be 0, but then the previous digit will change value. Then the value of that digit, the previous digit, is going to change. When we have a case of 31 point, let's take 246, and we say to 2 decimal places, we will count 1, 2. Then rounding off now will start immediately after the second decimal point to the right. To the right we are getting 6. 6 falls between 5 and 9. What I'm saying is that the previous value here will change its value. The previous digit will change its value by increasing. It will increase by 1. In this case we have 4. So when we round off, this one will be 0 as in this case. But now the value, the previous digit will increase by 1 to 5. So that our answer will be 31.25. We can see that it is now increasing from 4 to 5. Why? because where we are starting to round off the whole value now, the digit there falls between 5 and 9. But in this case, we will still have 0.12 because the value after 2 is falling between 0 to 4. Always remember that when the value you are starting to round off with falls between 0 and 4, then the previous digit doesn't change its value. It remains the number it was. But when now the digit you are using to round off is falling between 5 and 9, 5 and 9 included, maybe 5 or 9 or the values in between. When in that case, then be sure to increase the digit, the previous digit, by 1 so that it increases. We can do another example here. We can do another example to understand it better. Round off to 3 decimal places. We have 215.2297. We are required to round off this to 3 decimal places. So from the decimal point here, we will count the 3 decimal places. We have 1, 2, 3. So these one are the required number of decimal places. Then from there, we move to the right. The immediate digit to the right, that's where we start. We check if it is falling between 0 and 4, then we just write zeros for the values there. But if it is between 5 and 9, 5 and 9, 5 and 9 included, between 5 and 9, and we include 5 and 9, then what is happening is that we will have 0 there, but the previous digit will increase by 1. So we will add 1 here. When we add 1 to 9, we are getting 10. We will carry 1, then here we have 3. So that our answer will be 215.323, sorry. 2, then 3, 0. We have to maintain the number of decimal points because we are required to round off to 3. So our answer will have 3 decimal points. I hope you've seen that. Another example we are having is 6.7830 to 2 dp. dp here is decimal places. We are required to round off this to 2 decimal places. We will count the number of decimal places we are required to. We have 1, 2. You can mark it. So after this, the digit immediately after the 2 decimal places is 3. And we know that 3 is between 0 and 4. So it means we will have zeros for the digits there. And then the previous digit doesn't increase because the number here is falling between 0 and 4. It doesn't change the value of this. So we will have 6.78 as our value after rounding off. You can try more examples like round off to 2 decimal places. You have 2.805. Then you have 6.667. Try the 2. Always remember, if the value is between 5 and 9, then the previous digit, marking the last number of decimal places you are required to do, it will increase by 1. But when it is between 0 and 4, then it brings no change to the previous digit. Up to that point, we will move forward to do addition and subtraction of decimals. We will start with addition first, then we move to subtraction. In addition of decimals, the key thing that we must do is to align the digits according to their place value properly. We are doing addition. Of decimals. And I've said to add decimals arrange the digits correctly according to their place values. We've done place values of decimals and you understand that. So just by arranging the decimals, the numbers, the digits in a number according to their decimal places correctly, you will be able to add the decimals. When we do an example here, add, we have 22.48 plus 14.025. This is what we are given. And I've said that we have to arrange the digits correctly according to their place values. For this method, you may not be able to identify the place values correctly. So I'll always encourage you to use the vertical method written this way: 22.48 plus, this one is 14.025. Now in this case, we can see that the number on the lower part has more number of decimal places than the number on the upper part. So what we do, we always add 0 so that the number of decimal points equal each other. In this case, this 0 is considered to be a placeholder. When we add it after the values, the digits of that decimal place, then we consider it as a placeholder. You will find a number like 5, whole number, then maybe you want to add 1.678. You will have a decimal point, then add 3 zeros, so that the number of decimal places here equals the number of decimal places there. That is the essence of adding that 0. We say it is a placeholder. Now when we do this, 0 plus 5 will give us 5. 8 plus 2 will give us 10. We will write 0 and carry 1. Then 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 1 we carried will be 5. Up to that point, we are through with the decimals. We are coming to all numbers now. We'll have 2 plus 4, that is 6. Then 2 plus 1 is 3. So when we do this, the answer we are getting is 36.505. We can try another one. That is 19.6 plus 14.2. In this case, both the numbers have 1 decimal places, so there is no need for us to add zeros. We will have 19.6 plus 14.2. 6 plus 2 is 8. Then 9 plus 4 is 13. We will write 3 and carry 1. Then 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So 19.6 plus 14.2 is 33.8. This one now becomes our answer. Always remember to arrange the digits correctly according to their place values. That one will now enable you to carry out your operation easily. We will move forward to do subtraction of decimals. Those are the first 2 operations that we do. subtraction. The thing we are doing in subtraction of decimal is just the same as what we did in addition, just to arrange the digits of the number correctly according to their decimal places. When I do an example here, we have 9 minus 6.667. 9 is our whole number, but this one is now a decimal. We have 9 minus 6.667. How do we do it? We've said that we arrange the digits according to their place value. So we will have 9 point. Whatever I'm going to write there are zeros. And we've said they are placeholder, just to make the number of decimal places equal. So we will have 9 minus 6.667. So I have 3 decimal places up and 3 decimal places down. We are subtracting. Now in this one, we will do what we call borrowing, because 0 minus 7, if we don't want to write a negative, it won't be possible. So we will borrow 1 from there. Then that one will be 10. We borrow another one so that this one reduces to 9. Here is 10. We borrow again so that we have 9. And lastly there we have 10. We are not borrowing from that. Is the last one. So we will have 10 minus 7. That will be 3. Then 9 minus 6 will be 3. 9 minus 6 again will be 3. Then the decimal point. So here we have 8 minus 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. The operations are just cheap, as you've seen, just by arranging the digits according to their place values, and you move on. We have next one here is 53.24 minus 41.3. We will have 0 there to make the number of decimal places equal. 4 minus 0 is 4. We borrow 1. So we have 12 minus 3 will be 9, and our decimal point. 2 minus 1 is 1. 5 minus 4 is. So when we subtract 41.3 from 53.24, we are getting 11.94. You can try this. You can try this. We have 19.6 plus 6.06. Then we have 14.2 minus 7.009. We will try the 2 for now, and maybe from other external sources like revision books, or if you have a textbook at home, you can also try to do some from them. Thank you very much for this session, and please remember to subscribe to our channel whenever you come across the lessons, so that you don't miss the next one. When you subscribe, they will always come to you. Thank you very much for now.